afternoon, everyone. I'm Christine Tan, the Business Development Manager for HP Accessories, Displays, and Services. So last week, I mean, yeah, last week we've already discussed some information around device as a service when I'm with Dave Adams, and we thank you everyone who tuned in on that. We've got a really good traction around it, and getting a lot of queries. So now we're moving on the next part. I've given you an intro around Market Pro, which is the tool that we will be using moving forward whenever we have quotes or if we need estimator tool on how to quote DAS and some devices as well for your customer. So time to learn about Market Pro. And today we got another special guest, which is Simon Tebram. So Simon is the person behind the Market Pro for Exceed, and I'm happy to introduce him while Joe and Jason are away. So they're both in overseas at the moment attending HP conference. So I'm happy to introduce Simon. Hi, Simon. Welcome.
Thanks, Christine. Hello, everybody.
Yep. So thank you so much, Simon, for giving us some time to join and for our resellers to learn more about this exciting tool that we are launching, which is Market Pro.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep. So Simon will give us a tutorial later on how we're going to use and navigate the Market Pro. So to start with, I'm going to discuss today's agenda. So we will be learning about Market Pro overview, what are the key benefits of it, how do we register, and some tutorial on Market Pro as well, and on how we're going to create a quote. So let's check and have a look on what this tool is about. So it's something, it's a tool that can help us configure, price, and quote HP deals with Market Pro. And it's not specifically only for DAS code, so it can be for lease option as well. So later on, I will be discussing the different options that we've got for you. So here is an overview on HP Market Pro, and this will be the tool that we're going to use moving forward on quoting device as a service. So, yep. And what are the Market Pro key benefit? Of course, as much as possible, we want to have something that's user friendly, which is answered by this tool. And also, you can create DAS quoting tool in this platform. And also, it's designed to continuously update with new product resources. And also, it gives you real-time price availability. In terms of pricing, this will be based on RRP, so it's not the price that you can see on Exceed Online yet, but soon we will be getting in there. So now what we're doing is we're doing everything manually. So for some resellers who tried quoting DAS, so you give us your requirement, and then we will try to give you a quote for it. And now you can do it on Market Pro, and then you can just send that through to us, and then we can create a proper code. And yeah, so later on we will learn more about it as Simon give us some tutorial so you can see what's inside Market Pro. Good. So now, how to register. This is an interesting part on how we're going to launch it. So we will be sending an EDM if you've already received it by now. So you will be able to see a link in there where you can fill in some information to create your own login. So this is the link that we've got. So this copy of Sway will be sent out to you as well as part of the EDM. And you can just register through that link. And as you can see, this is the page where you need to fill in and complete the form so you can create your login. So it's really easy. So we don't need that much information. So just basic one, and then you can create your login. So after that, you will be directed to this site. So as you can see, we've got the Exceed logo in there, and you just need to put in your login details, and you will be able to see what's inside Market Pro. Yeah, so that easy. So if you've got any question around it, just email me. So ktan@exceed.co.nz. And now I'll hand you over to Simon, who will give us some tutorial on how to create a quote. Over to you, Simon.
Thanks, Christine. Sorry, folks, a bit of a user error there. So thanks a lot for your time. So I'm just going to run through some of the features and benefits of the Market Pro tool. Some of the things that we have Exceed have worked with the developers of the tool on to give it some real functionality into not only the Exceed business, but also give you some real-time data on stock availability, latest pricing, etc. So we're uploading into the Market Pro tool around 5 times a day, so you can get some real accurate stock numbers, and I'll show you how to achieve all of that shortly. So as Christine mentioned before, the landing page that you get gives you a secure sign-in screen. What it does as well is, as we go through, I'll show you where I've saved quotes, how to search for products, some of the output files that you can get either in a PDF or an Excel file. And as Christine said, we've built this with RRP pricing in there today. This will be in future releases and upgrades that we're doing to Exceed Online. So you will be able to log in to the DAS configurator, the Market Pro tool, through your Exceed Online credentials. And what that will do is that will import your reseller pricing, but also if we've got Eclipse pricing for you or global promo pricing, it'll not only import all of that, but it will also import stock availability for you. So there's some really cool features coming. The roadmap is fairly long on this sort of development, so we're going to be uploading new features all the time for this. So you're going to have a really good place and resource to come in and check out not only availability, put together some pricing, give your customer an indicative RRP price based on whatever finance plan you want to add as well, or DAS plan. So I'll just log in here. It's just simple, secure sign-in, saved all my details.
Simon, your screen.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So I think you should wait.
So has that new screen come up?
Yep.
Great. So here I am in the landing page. As you can see, it's got a lot of user details, gives me a log out. I've also got a basket up here if I wanted to shop in. And as we've mentioned before, with this going into Exceed Online, this basket will become more relevant. But I'll show you through that. So you can see a simple search functionality. You can search by a product or a SKU if you have it, or you can just click on a device type. Printers is being uploaded today, so we've got some select print SKUs going into the tool as well. But as you can see, we're covering the full HP desktop, laptop, and thin client and workstation range. We also cover all of the accessories for this. So you're going to be able to see real-time pricing and stock availability on any of these services. Just a little bit more detail on the landing page here. You've got some menu features up here. So up in my quotes, you'll see that I've got some saved quotes here. So these are saved. So I'll take you through these in a second. But you can also, if you have started a quote and you've needed to come out of the tool for some reason to go into something else, it will save that quote automatically as a draft for you. So you can easily navigate back into the MarketPro tool and continue on putting that quote together for your customer. So looking at my saved quotes here, it shows that both these quotes are open, gives a little bit of detail on a quote number, a little bit of information on a summary of the hardware, and your usual action buttons here, so I can add that as a favorite device. So if you're quoting the same type of device with the same plan for a specific customer, you can save that as a device quote, and we can refresh that monthly, or if price changes come in based on the SKUs. So the team here, as Christine said, it's a manual approach really to get that final price to you for not only the device, whether it's a DAS or a simple finance. We will put that together for you manually in the background until we get all of this pricing in. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to the home screen, and I'll show you the ways that you can actually search through for devices. So let's say I'm looking for a laptop. I can come in and click on laptop. It can then give me a drop-down menu here where I can refine my results. I can also see the DAS plans for laptops, but I can select based on product family. As you can see, they're all in there. There's a bit of information on what sort for each product family. You can also go with things like form factor, screen size. So you can have quite a decent search, drill down into a specific device, or you can come over here and sort by. I like to sort by stock levels. So if I just sort this now, so what it's showing me now is these are the ProBooks that we've got in stock. And as you can see, the 455R G6, it's current stock availability of 53 of those. And then as you can see, we can scroll down the list and it can show you what stock levels on specific devices. Again, you can search for all of this by typing in this product description or a SKU if you have that. So let me just drill into one of these. So we'll just jump into this ProBook 455R and I'll show you what the next screens look like. Just as this loads up, we're going to be able to add some accessories and devices. So here in this initial screen, it's giving me the description, the SKU, part number, but as you can see, we've got plenty of photos over the left-hand side and a long description of the product here. I can just simply come in and edit the quantities that I want, save that, and move into the next step. So now as you look into this next screen, there are the associated care packs for that device and what the definitions around those care packs are. You can actually have the tool to help you choose what care packs you need based on the criteria that you're after: next business day response, pickup and repair. So it's really up to you as to how you want to define those, or we can build out DAS plans for this device as well. So let me just fire that screen up. And what this does is it gives you the 3 versions of the DAS plans: your standard, enhanced, and premium. You also have the ability down here to select the duration of the device as a service plan that you want to go for. So we'll just leave this at 3 years and we'll move up to a premium plan. And then I just apply that DAS plan to the device. Now it's also broken up that giving me response times if I do need any other response for that. The DAS plan and the current device warranty will probably suffice for this tool, this quote perspectives. And so I just click through to the next step. And what that does is it opens up the accessories screen to me. So as you can see, there's the availability of whether I want storage. I can add displays to this as well. So whether it's a Z display or display accessories, we can come in and add whichever displays we wish. As you can see for the display screen here, you're getting a list of stock quantities as well. And so like this is real-time data for you. So we did an upload probably an hour ago. So this is very current stock quantities. And then you can also select what accessories you want and whether that's bags and cases. So let's select one of the new HP all-in-one carry-on bags. We'll add that to, so what it's done is I've pressed 1, it sees I've got 2 laptops quoted, so it'll up the quantity to 2. You can also add cables and adapters, again, real-time stock qualities here, audio and docking, as well as any additional power adapters, etc. that you wish. So if we just move through to the next step. So now what this has done is it's brought up the distributor availability. So it's actually showing you exactly what's in stock and what quantities you have. And you can also hear probably not so much of an issue today because we're showing RRP. But once this tool's sitting there and it's pulling in your reseller pricing, if you want to add a margin uplift, you can do so in this box here. So you could add your 20% or your 5% to the device and the support and hardware, and add that and build that into the payment estimate for your customer. You can also view your basket and see what you actually have in here, and make changes to the quantities if you wish. You can up that to 3, and it will up obviously all the additional costs to 3. You can have a look at a monthly payment estimate from HP Financial Services, or you could just simply export the basket at its current state. So let me just show you what happens there. We click on export. You can export the format as a PDF, as an Excel, or as an XML if you wish. You can add some end user details so that we can capture that as we start to deploy the DAS plan. And you can either send that as an email to yourself or to a customer, or you can download the PDF. So I'm just going to download that and I'll show you what the output looks like. Now, currently the idea of this is that you would just email this straight through to the HP team, to Christine and her team at Exceed. They would go on and look at engage the HP Financial Services guys and pull in the HPFS pricing and if required, but you also get an estimated monthly payment here of $191 across those 3 devices. And if we were to capture those end user details, you could put this in the screen as well. So at the moment, we're just seeing RRP, but there will be an additional column here that would show your reseller buy price.
Simon, I'm just wondering if they're looking into adding, let's say, service cost or freight, how can they add it on the monthly cost?
Yeah, sure. So that's a great question. So let me show you how we can do that. So if I just close out of this export, so I can then click into this monthly payment estimate, and this is where I can add additional service costs to the device. But you can also, which is an exclusive to Exceed, we've actually put some companion SKUs here. So you'll be able to give your customer an indication of if they have Office 365 or if they need some web root security, device security. You can add all of these in as companion subscriptions, and it will give you a monthly cost based on what we're doing around the lease term and the DAS payments. So here within this quote, as you can see, we've got a quote value of $4,100 for hardware. If I had additional costs, say, that I needed to add to the, I can't add to these ones, but if I had additional costs that I needed to add, I could add in this screen here. You can just simply type in, just give me a subscription. Add some companion SKUs. So here's where we come in and add some companion SKUs and some, let's say I want a business premium for this customer as well. I can add that, and what that's going to do is it's going to update my monthly payment. Forgive the 2 zeros there, they shouldn't be there, but that's going to update that monthly payment for the customer so that they get an idea on 48 months as a lease term for the subscription. It's a 3-year contract, so let's go back to 36, as well as whatever companion SKUs you've added. So there we've got the 213.26, those zeros won't be there when it's live. And you can then export this straight out to a folder or a file. But one of the other ways that you can add these is you can actually add additional costs here. So if I want to add another $100 to the hardware for configuration, what this is going to do is it's going to add this to the subscription, and then over that 36 months, it's going to spread out. So you can add for both hardware and software. So if you're adding services around deployment, you can add that to this when it's in basket mode. You can also add a margin uplift here as well. So if I just come back and I'll show you one of the other features that we've recently discovered, and one of the key things that we talked about initially with a tool like this was that we need to make sure that we can provide enough information for you as partners to be able to make the right decision on the services component as well as the hardware component for your customers. So one thing that we've looked at here in this, so if we look at this Elite Desk 800, and so as I said, we talked about the Care Pack and the DAS offering and whether you needed to uplift the Care Pack. So what it does tell you here, if you look along the bottom here in blue, so the device warranty is sufficient for the current DAS plan, so you don't require a Care Pack for this. So you would come back to remove that to edit the basket. So I can just come back simply and change the services component for this Elite Desk. He says, as he's doing a live demo, here we go. So the services, we can just come back and simply remove the services component for this. So there's our error message there. So that's simply gone now. We should be able to view the basket. And this, so simply we've got the Elite Desk now and the proactive management service. So we've been able to simply go and edit the basket, and then I can get the output from this. So if we add $100 here as a provisioning cost for your customers, let's have an export of this, and we'll just show you how it looks.
That's really good, Simon, that it can capture if the care pack is needed, because for 4-year and 5-year, those care packs are really important. However,
Yes.
for 3 years, yeah, it's okay not to add them. So that's a really good add-on.
Yeah, so we've been able to add some of the service in here so that we can, so your fair market value. So that $100 that I've added would be included in the estimated monthly payments. So again, this is really the idea of the Market Pro tool in its current format is for you to be able to give your partners a really quick quote and have a look at stock availability for all the current HP SKUs.
So they can show this as well real time to their customer because it's showing RRP pricing.
It's only showing RRP pricing, so absolutely this can be shown. They can sit down with their customers and do this. It's going to be a little bit different when we're inside Exceed Online, but we'll have 2 views for you. That's one of the things that we're working with the developers for the tool, is the ability to have 2 views so that you can work one with your customer and then save that quote generated in your system with your discounts associated so that you can place the order on the Exceed team.
Okay.
So on that note, I'll hand you back to Christine and she can finish off for you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Simon. And that's an informative tutorial that we've got in there regarding Market Pro. And I'm happy to know some new stuff as well, especially for the care packs. And yeah, so we've got different options that we could go for, especially for DAS. So you can go for subscription, fair market value option, or finance lease. So here are the differences between those three different models. So if it's a subscription option, so you have the opportunity to hide the breakdown of cost in there. So it will just show one monthly subscription cost. And the thing about this is that option to purchase is not available, only upgrade. And for fair market value, we're getting a lot of inquiries around this because I understand that there are some customers who prefer to buy the device at the end of the term. However, the recommended one is still the subscription option. However, we keep it open to have the fair market value option as well, and just add on the DAS queue on it, and you can see monthly breakdown of cost in there. Plus you have the option to upgrade, and of course HPFS needs to decide on how much it will cost. And lastly, so you have the option to go on finance lease or lease to own. So it also showed the breakdown of monthly cost in there. And we've got some requests if we could itemize the monthly pricing for hardware, software, and the other services. It is something that we could do. However, you need to request it directly as well. So it will not be part of the Market Pro tool. And yeah, so you have the option to purchase the equipment at lease end for $1. So those are the options that we have. If you've got any question around this, please feel free to contact us. And yeah, so we've already discussed the quoting part. So what's the process after quoting? So as Simon mentioned, everything is in RRP at the moment. And if you wish to have the quote personalized, once you've exported the code that you've created on Market Pro, feel free to send it to our team and we will price it accordingly based on your current pricing. And if you need Eclipse pricing on that as well, feel free to email us and we're more than happy to assist you on that one. Yeah, so thank you very much everyone for your time on learning Market Pro. And soon we will be sending out information around it. If you've got any question, just let us know. We're happy to hear your feedback as well regarding it. So more than happy to improve whatever is in there. And thank you very much, Simon, as well for joining us and for giving us that informative tutorial.
No problem at all. And likewise, if you do have any questions, just feel free to reach out to us and we'll help you through.
Yeah, and there's a feedback option in there as well where they can email us directly, right? On Market Pro.
Yes, they can.
Okay, thank you. And now I'll just discuss the latest promos and initiatives that we have before the year end. So Z Display's special pricing on popular models. Thank you for your support on this. That's why we're happy to extend it until the end of February. So these SKUs are the popular ones and we're more than happy to give you some discounts again on this. And yeah, so if you've got any question regarding Z Displays, please feel free to contact me as well. Happy to hear your feedback and happy to help you as well with any queries around this. So in a few more weeks, so we'll have the education season again, so back to school stuff. So we've got this education cases available for you, which is the HP Black Always 11-inch, and it's a hard case which is suitable for students to protect their devices as well, so their Chromebooks. And yeah, so we've got as well the sleeves that we've got. So it's another option. It's well padded and it comes in different size as well. So it comes in 12.5, 14-inch, and 15.6. So let us know if you've got any question around it. And also, we've got the reversible sleeve. So at the moment, what we've got available for this is the chroma, which is black in color. Yeah, and if you've got any question around this, please feel free to email me. And just a reminder, we've got the featured accessories promo still available until the 20th of December. And for any inquiries, demo devices, showroom visit here at Exceed, please feel free to contact me or Joe. We're more than happy to book some time and meet you and your customer. And also the HP van. So next year we'll be doing some visits outside Oakland. So we will announce that as well sometime next year. And for other product updates, always tune in or check our Exceed NSID LinkedIn account. So we always keep that active with new stuff that's coming out. So thank you very much for 2019. So this will be the last webinar for me and Joe for the year. And next year we'll have more and we'll announce that sometime early January. So here is our contact number. If you need help with Market Pro, with HP products, just feel free to contact us. And yeah, so we've got our link here as well for our LinkedIn account. And a big thank you from all of us here at Exceed, and happy holidays. Thank you.